Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Octo English Academy podcast, the show that treats English like what it really is, a living, breathing, deeply human thing, not a set of rules on a wall, not a test you have to pass, a language, a connection, a way of saying, I am here and I want to reach you. I'm Sophie, and I am so happy you pressed play today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie, and I have to say, I always love how Sophie opens these episodes. Every single time, I think, yes, that is exactly why we do this. Because somewhere out there, someone just heard that and felt a little less afraid of English, and that matters enormously.
It does. And before we dive in, our warm, genuine, from the heart ask. If this podcast is part of your English journey, if it makes something click, if it makes you smile, if it makes you feel like you can do this, please like it, subscribe, and share it with one person who needs it today. Just one. One share can change someone's relationship with English completely, and that person might one day share it with someone else. That is how a community grows.
Today's episode, I have been looking forward to this one because this topic is everywhere, in every sentence, in every direction, in every moment of time. Today, we are talking about three of the most used, most confused, and once you feel them, most beautiful little words in English. In, on, at.
Three tiny words, and together they answer one of the most fundamental questions in all of language. Where are you? When are you? What is the situation around you? In, on, and at are how English places you in the world.
I hear mistakes with these three words every single day from learners at every level. And every time I understand exactly why the mistake happened. Because in many languages, one word does the job of all three. Your brain has been working with one tool, and now English is asking you to use three. That's not a failure of your intelligence. That's just a new set of tools.
No grammar stress. We're going to feel our way through this with real life, real places, real moments in time. And by the end, these three words will feel less like a guessing game and more like three old friends you finally understand.
Real life, please. But first, how are you today, Sophie? The real answer.
The real answer is a little distracted, honestly. I have a lot happening this week. I keep making cups of tea and then forgetting about them and finding them cold an hour later. That's the level of scattered I'm working with today.
The cold tea problem. A classic sign that your brain is elsewhere. I'm actually really good today. I slept well, which is rare and wonderful. And I went for a run this morning and I saw a fox just sitting there on the path, completely unbothered, like it owned the whole park.
A confident fox. I love that. The fox had big, I belong here energy.
Exactly. The fox knew where it was. No confusion, no guessing, full certainty about its place in the world. Which is actually what today's episode is all about.
Oh, that is a beautiful connection. The fox knew it was in the park, on the path, at the right place, at the right time.
And it didn't even have to think about it. But we will. And we'll do it gently.
To our listeners, say it out loud right now, a full sentence. Right now, I am sitting at blank, in blank, and I feel blank. Use all three if you can. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just say it. You're already practicing. You're already doing great.
Okay. In, on, at. Let's slow down and really deeply feel what each one does.
So I want to start with a simple image. And I want you to hold this image through the whole episode because it will help everything else make sense. Think of three different situations. First, you are completely surrounded by something. Walls around you, a space that holds you. You are inside something. That feeling, that enclosed, surrounded, inside feeling, that is in.
Second, you are on a surface. Something is beneath you. You're resting on top of something flat or solid. A floor, a table, a street, a page. You are touching a surface. That contact, that resting on feeling, that is on.
Third, you are at a very specific point, a location so precise it almost has no size. A dot on a map, an exact address, a meeting place, a sharp, specific moment or location, that is at.
In, surrounded, inside, enclosed. On a surface, in contact with something beneath you. At, a precise point, a specific location, an exact moment.
3 feelings, 3 words. Let's live in each one.
Let's start with in, and let's feel it in 3 different areas of life: place, time, and situation.
In for place. You are inside something, enclosed, surrounded. She's in the kitchen making dinner. Walls around her, inside a room. In. I grew up in a small town in the mountains. Inside a town, inside a geography. In. He sat in the car and didn't say a word. Surrounded by the car, inside it. In.
In for time, a period of time, a stretch of time, something that contains other moments within it. I was born in October. October is a container, a month that holds days. In. She started her new job in 2019. A year is a container, a long stretch of time. In. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a container of time. The action happens inside that container. In.
In for situation or condition, when something describes the state around you. He's in a meeting right now. A meeting is a situation, an environment he's inside of. In. She's in a good mood today. A mood is like a space you exist inside. In. We're in trouble. Trouble is surrounding the situation. It's the environment. In.
Feel how in always has that quality of being held inside something? A room, a month, a year, a mood, a situation. Something wraps around you and you are inside it.
Now, on. The surface word, the contact word.
On for place, you are on a surface, something physical beneath you. The keys are on the table, touching the surface of the table, on. She lives on the 3rd floor. The floor is a surface, a level, on. There's a beautiful painting on the wall, touching the surface of the wall, on.
On for streets and roads. This one surprises learners, but once you feel it, it makes perfect sense. A street is a long, flat surface. You are on it. He lives on Baker Street. The street is a surface. He's on it. On. There was an accident on the highway. A highway is a long, flat surface you travel along. On.
On for time. Specific days, dates, named moments that feel like surfaces you land on. We're meeting on Monday. Monday is a specific day. You land on it. On. She was born on the 15th of March. A specific date. A precise day. You land on it. On. What are you doing on New Year's Eve? A named specific day or occasion. On.
On for technology and media. Screens, phones, the internet. These are surfaces we interact with. I saw it on the news. The news is a surface of information. On. She's always on her phone. The phone is a surface she engages with. On. Did you see it on Instagram? A platform, a surface. On.
Feel how on always has that quality of contact, a surface beneath you, a day you land on, a screen you interact with. There is always something to rest on with on.
And now, at. My favorite, because at is the most precise, the most specific, the most human in a way.
At for place, a very specific location, a point, an address, a meeting spot. I'll meet you at the entrance, not inside the building, not on the building, at the exact point of the entrance. At. She works at the hospital, a specific institution, a precise point on the map. At. He was standing at the window, a specific spot, not in the window, not on the window, at the point of the window. At.
At for time, a precise moment, an exact point in time. The train leaves at 6:15. A precise moment, not in the morning generally, not on Monday generally, at that exact point in time. At. She woke up at dawn. Dawn is a precise moment, a point in the day. At. Let's talk at lunch. Lunch as a specific point in the day. At.
At for events and activities, places where something happens, where people gather for a purpose. I saw her at the concert. The concert is a gathering point. At. We met at a wedding, a specific event, a point where lives intersect. At. He's at work right now. Work as a destination, a purpose, a point you go to.
Now, contrast pairs, because this is where the feeling becomes yours completely.
She's in the office. She's inside the building, surrounded by walls, inside the space, in. She's at the office. She's at that location, that specific point. We're thinking of it as a destination, not a room. At.
Both sentences are correct. Both are used. The feeling is slightly different. In emphasizes the physical insideness. At emphasizes the location as a destination or point.
Here's another beautiful one. We sat in the park, inside the park, surrounded by the park's space.
We met at the park. The park as a meeting point, a destination we arrived at. At.
Same park, two different relationships to it. In is where you are, at is where you go.
And time contrasts. I'll see you in the morning. Morning is a general period of time, a container. In.
I'll see you on Monday morning. A specific named day, a surface you land on. On.
I'll see you at 9 in the morning. An exact point in time. At.
General time in, specific days, on, exact moments, at. That is the pattern. Feel it. Don't memorize it. Feel it.
Listener participation moment. Say these out loud. All of them. Your mouth needs this. Your confidence needs this. I was born in blank, in blank. Fill in your month and your country.
I live on blank street in blank city. Your street, your city.
I am sitting at blank right now. Your exact location right now. Your chair, your desk, your kitchen table.
You just used all three. In your birth month, in your country, on your street, in your city, at your exact location. You did it. It was natural. It was yours.
You're already doing this. You have always been doing this. We're just giving the feeling a name.
Okay, mistake correction time. And I want to say something important before we begin. These mistakes, every single one of them, exist because the learner was trying to communicate something real, something true, something that happened to them or mattered to them. The mistake is never the point. The trying is the point, always.
Making a mistake is not a crime. Let's fix it gently. Mistake number 1, and this one is extremely common. I'll meet you in the station. I hear this a lot, especially from learners whose home language uses an equivalent of in for most location words. But a station is a specific point, a destination you arrive at, a meeting place. So I'll meet you at the station. At because it's a precise location, a specific meeting point.
Think of it this way. If you say in the station, your brain is picturing the inside of the building, the walls, the ceiling. And that's not wrong in every situation. But when you're talking about meeting someone, you're talking about a destination, a point on the map, a place you'll arrive at together. At the station, at the airport, at the school gate, at the entrance.
Destination points, at. Inside spaces, in. The station as a building, in. The station as a meeting point, at.
Mistake number 2. She's in the phone right now. I love this mistake because I understand it so deeply. In many languages, the equivalent phrase uses in. But in English, your phone is a surface, a screen, a platform you interact with on top of it. So she's on the phone right now. On because the phone is a surface, a medium, something you operate on.
On the phone, on the computer, on the internet, on Instagram, on television, All surfaces, all on. You're not in them, you're engaging with their surface.
Unless you're in a movie about hacking from the 1990s and you literally enter the internet, then maybe in.
We'll allow it in that very specific case.
Mistake number 3. I work at a big company in downtown. Close, very close. But downtown is not a precise point. It's an area, a part of a city, a general location. So I work at a big company in downtown. Actually, here you want in downtown because downtown is an area, a zone, a part of the city. You're inside that area. I work at a big company in downtown. Or even better, I work at a big company in the city center.
Area, zone, neighborhood, city, country, in. Precise point, address, institution, meeting place, at. When in doubt, ask yourself, is this an area I'm inside or a point I'm at?
Area, in, point, at. That is the question.
Mistake number 4. Let's meet on 3 o'clock. I hear this one often, and it comes from a genuine attempt to apply a rule that almost works. But specific times, exact clock moments use at. Let's meet at 3 o'clock, at 3, at noon, at midnight, at 6:30.
Think of a clock. A clock has hands pointing at exact moments, pointing at a number. At 3, at 7. The clock is always pointing at something, not on something, not in something. At.
The clock points at the time, every single time.
Mistake number 5. This one is subtle and beautiful. I'll see you in Monday. Monday is a day, a specific day, not a general period of time, not a container you're inside. A specific named day, a surface you land on. So, I'll see you on Monday. On Monday, on Tuesday, on your birthday, on New Year's Day. Days and dates always on.
Days are surfaces, months are containers, years are containers, times are points. Days on, months in, clock times at.
Days on, months in, clock times at. Say it out loud. Make it yours.
Days on, months in, clock times at.
Let's bring everything together now with a story. One character, one ordinary Tuesday, in, on, and at, living and breathing through a real human day.
Ready?
Clara woke up at 7 on a Tuesday in November. She lay in bed for a few minutes, listening to the rain on the roof. At breakfast, she sat at the kitchen table with her coffee and her thoughts. Her phone was on the table, but she didn't touch it. By 9, she was on the bus watching the streets go by in the gray morning light. She got off at the corner of her old neighborhood and stood at the entrance of the building where she used to live. She didn't go in, she just stood there for a moment, in the cold, on the pavement, at the exact place where everything had once begun.
At 7, on a Tuesday, in November, in bed, on the roof, at breakfast, at the kitchen table, on the bus, in the gray morning light, at the corner, at the entrance, in the cold, on the pavement, at the exact place.
Every word in its right place. Every word pointing somewhere real.
That is what in, on, and at do. They don't just describe where you are, they describe how you are in relationship to the world around you, whether you're inside something, on something, or precisely at something.
And now, your confidence exercise. Say this out loud, right now. All of it. Slowly. I am in the middle of a journey. I am on the right path. And right now, at this exact moment, I am exactly where I need to be.
Say it again.
I am in the middle of a journey. I am on the right path. And right now, at this exact moment, I am exactly where I need to be.
In the middle, inside a process, a container of growth. In. On the right path, a surface beneath you, carrying you forward. On. At this exact moment, a specific point in time, specific, real, now, at.
3 words, 3 feelings, 1 truth about where you are right now.
Not perfect, but confident. Confidence is more important than perfection. English is not a test, it is a tool, and today you used it to say something that is absolutely, completely true.
Let's wrap up. Today we felt 3 little words that place you in the world. In, inside, surrounded, enclosed, a room, a city, a country, a month, a year, a mood, or a situation. Something holds you within it. You are inside the container. On a surface, in contact with something beneath you, a table, a floor, a street, a screen, or a specific day. Something supports you. You rest on it. At a precise point, a specific location, a meeting place, an exact time, a destination, a dot on the map, the clock's pointed finger, a place where something happens.
We felt the difference between in the park and at the park, inside the space versus arriving at the destination. We understood why phones use on because they're surfaces. We learned days are on, months and years are in, and clock times are at.
We fixed 5 common mistakes, gently, with images and feelings instead of rules. The meeting point at the station, on the phone, in the neighborhood, at 3 o'clock, on Monday.
We lived one full Tuesday with Clara, from at 7 in the morning to at the exact place where everything once began.
And we gave you a sentence that is yours. 3 words, 3 feelings, 1 truth. I am in the middle of a journey. I am on the right path. And right now, at this exact moment, I am exactly where I need to be.
Before we say goodbye, please like this episode, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us where you are right now, in what city, on what street, at what moment in your English journey. We genuinely want to know. And your question, your next point of confusion, your next moment of freezing mid-sentence, that becomes our next episode. This show is yours.
Silence is more dangerous than a wrong sentence. Say in when you're surrounded. Say on when you're on a surface or a day. Say at when you're at a precise point. And when you mix them up, smile. Keep going, and know that Clara got through her whole Tuesday just fine, 1 preposition at a time.
Just keep speaking. Communication first, grammar later. Always.
Until next time, everyone, take warm, gentle, wonderful care of yourselves.
This is Jamie
And I'm Sophie.
from Octo English Academy. See you next time.
You're already doing great.